Two Bips, one podcast brought to you by HB Beer.
Some sort of beverage. There we go.
Right there is perfect.
That's good. Welcome back, everybody. Good evening.
How are you all doing out there? I know if y'all are asking where we were, we didn't record Wednesday. There was technical difficulties on all ends, on all fronts, and we're actually going to talk about it. But we're glad that you're tuning in now. The video is probably going to be up by, I want to say, Saturday night. Possibly, maybe Sunday afternoon.
More or less.
We'll get around there. I mean, this week has been a killer.
Oh, yeah.
Brandon, I almost died.
I literally would have had to have done this podcast alone, or like purposely go to your house and set up your studio area and just be like, so RJ, what do you think? RJ?
Well, all right. So, well, I'm so glad we're doing this. This was such a release for me for this week. You have no idea, guys. Really, you have no idea. I thought working at the Crispy Apple was tough. This week sucked.
Oh, it was.
All right. So basically, where I work is, I've said it numerous times, BMW. But since now that, it's been 1 year since the COVID has struck the world, like officially struck the world, literally the 1 year anniversary, I think is what, March 16th, I want to say.
I want to say, yeah, like between March 10th and March 16th, something like that.
So basically, it's been 1 year, and sorry, I had to move the thing. I don't know why it tilted itself, but it did. It's been 1 year, and where I work, someone had it for more than a week, and they were still coming into work and working. I'm not going to say names because I just don't want to. I like this person. I like the job I'm working at. So, of course, I'm not going to slander anybody, but you know who you are. So basically, it literally worked like clockwork. This person had it. They worked for a week, had coughing, sniffling, all the 9 yards of the usual first symptoms of what had happened. I come in Monday. They tell us that our head dude, the head boss, he's out sick with COVID. And it was supposed to be on the hush hush, but it never is on the hush hush. You know who it is. You work at a small place, you're going to find out. Then that same day, I come to find out that another coworker of mine was called out by the state. Now, I don't know how they do this, but the contact tracers contacted this person first above everyone else, but whatever. Contacted her and said, you can't come in because you were exposed to this person. You need to mandatory 2 weeks isolation quarantine. So she was out and she felt fine that day. Then as the day goes on, like as the mornings go, I'm finding this all at 8:00 in the morning, all this information, which is ridiculous. And, I tried to keep Brandon up to date. I'm like, Brandon, I don't know what's going on. The world is burning.
The sky's falling. Chicken Little.
So, around 8:05, I find out that my supervisor, she's out with the flu. It wasn't the flu. It turned out to be COVID. So that's 3 people down Monday morning, right? So, my friend who I work with, he has his position, but he had to take over the supervisor's position. So basically he was doing that. And a few other the guys and myself were working in the drive, getting cars in and out. Tuesday goes by. It was really uneventful. I was still in contact with a lot of these people. And I come to find out that that's when we all got our tests, was Tuesday. Like it was like official company orders, go get your tests to make sure you're good to go, good to work. So I got mine. I was negative, thankfully. Now that's the first test. I took 3 out of all of this shit, but that's the first one that came back negative. So Tuesday was kind of an okay day. We still did work, but not that much. Then Wednesday hit. Now Wednesday's when shit hit the fan. Wednesday afternoon, probably around 3 o'clock, they get the news, the 2 other people I work with, that they are positive, like full on. They got it. There's no insufficient data. They have it. These people continue to work while they know they had it, having customers come in and out. And me and the other people were like, half of them left because they didn't want to get it. Half of them left. So they were still in there working. So the head management and HR had to come storming down and say, "What are you still doing here? You need to leave. We can be fined and shut down for good if you don't follow these rules." So they left finally. And that's when I started cleaning. I was wearing gloves, wearing 2 masks at this point. I cleaned my whole station, my whole area, and I knew a cleaning crew was coming in. So I really didn't go crazy, but I was still kind of paranoid and anxious. And that was Wednesday night. And I called Brandon. I'm like, "Look, Brandon, I'm sorry, but I don't think we could do our filming tonight. Like, I'm stressed out. I have to get another test, another COVID test, just to be on the safe side, because now I was exposed a lot longer than I was Monday." So I go get my test, comes back negative, and that's the rapid test again. I did take the full on regular lab exam, but I'm still waiting for the results. I assume I'm negative. I have no symptoms. I feel fine. Nothing out of the ordinary. But anyway, so Thursday comes, we're down to 4 people. It's just the 4 of us. Now, if you ever worked at a car dealership and it's busy, where you got people coming in, you can't think straight. You're literally running back and forth asking, "What are the people here for? What's your appointment? What's your last name?" You got to do the video walk around of the car, make sure there's no scratches, dents, anything that we don't do that we have recorded. So basically, it was a lot of running around Thursday. And I come to find out that people are so inconsiderate. Like, we didn't really tell customers, but they kind of understood because the normal people weren't working. So they were kind of okay, some of the regulars, but other customers, like we do a valet service, they were pissed that they couldn't get their loaner car, they couldn't get their car picked up for service. And my friend, he's doing the loaner cars person's job, my supervisor, loaner manager, excuse me. And he's fighting with people on the phone. He's like, "Look, I don't have drivers, I don't have cars. We're fully booked here as it is. There's no one really working. There's too many cars here on the lot that we need to start fixing." And people were still giving a hard time about that. But in the end, my friend actually won many of these situations, and there weren't that many driving trips, valets, chauffeurs, whatever you want to call them. Now, again, my job is fairly easy when I'm by myself. But now that you're doing the job of 3 other people, it's so much. It's so much. And I'm tired. I'm cranky. Today was just as long as this was Thursday. And we have to do it again next week because everyone has to be out till they're negative. And, 2 weeks is what seems to be the case. But, the most disappointing thing out of this whole experience is this person was sick, knew they weren't feeling good. They still came into work. You know why? Because they were greedy. They want to come and make their numbers, get their commission. I find that so disrespectful and unbelievable that it's just crazy it even happened.
Yeah.
But karma, I think, is going to come around. We'll see what happens. You'll find out in the next couple of weeks what happens, because I want to keep you all up to date. Me personally, I cannot believe that I did not get this. I was around these people so often, handling the stuff that they would touch, keys, paperwork. Just it's amazing. I never got it. But the plain disrespect of not caring that they have it, still working, and still dealing with the public is just amazing to me. Brandon, you have any thoughts on this? Like, what would you have done in this situation?
Honestly, man, like I was thinking, I just wanted to like let you shed out what you wanted to say because it's nerve wracking. And you'd think after a year that people would start to finally get it. But the problem is, people still don't get it. Like, as we said earlier, it's been a year that we've been dealing with this, and people are still being ignorant, not wearing their masks, or being sick and still going into work because of the paycheck. Honestly, at the end of the day, your health has more importance than the money. You
Yeah,
can always get money. You can never get your health back. You die, you die.
good point on that, Brandon. But also, not just their health, but the people that you work with. Okay, like if I'm compromised, I'm probably going to get sick. I'm going to be out of commission for obviously 2 weeks. But it's the, excuse me, it's the other people in my life that I need to worry about. My family, that the friend, like if I don't have the symptoms right away, then I hang out with my friends or something, or I go out. I mean, I really haven't been going out at all during this whole year. Every once in a while, I'll go to a restaurant or, but mainly I sit outside or I just get takeout. But during the winter months, it was a lot harder to do that. I really didn't go out as much. And I was so careful, even at work, dealing with the public. I was always careful, but it wasn't the public that was going to get me sick. It was going to be my coworkers because they don't care. And that's not fair.
It's amazing how ironic that situation is. You think it'll be the people outside that you deal with when really it's the people you deal with the most on the inside.
Correct.
And I just think that's so selfish to just care about your own paycheck when there are thousands and thousands of lives that have been lost because of that carelessness.
Yeah. I don't even know the count anymore. I think it's
Yeah,
five. You know what? I know it's in the 500,000s. RIP, everyone. Please be safe out there. Scary world.
yeah. Sorry that we started this a little bit on a more serious note, but we try to give you guys an escape from all that's going on outside. Sometimes it just happens to get in there,
Yep.
and we talk about it.
Well, that's the whole point of this show. It's like it's our life experiences with everyone, either be friends, family. eh, I'm just going to say it. Everyone. That's the whole point of the show is to discuss how two people are affected by the outside world or life.
Life's a jigsaw puzzle.
It's really two jabibs.
Uh, and only on one podcast. Available on 22 platforms. Sorry, I had to do that. Had to plug it.
But yeah, that's our serious note for this week. But you know what? It affected me. It affected the show. That's for sure. I was down for the count. I don't know how I'm functioning right now.
You've
I'm
had 2 bad weeks so far as we've been doing this. Last week, you turned into Professor X real quick.
Hey,
After
but I still did the show on time.
it's true.
This week, I physically couldn't get on my computer because when I came home, I took my shower, laid down, turned my TV on for 35 seconds, shut it off, and went to bed.
It's a
And then did it
miracle.
all over again.
It's a miracle he's not Professor X yet. I'm gonna get a call or a Snapchat, and it's just gonna be bald RJ.
Hey, you might as well. I won't have to go in.
School of Gifted Youngsters.
But
Now, to move on and lighten things up, we're gonna talk about more idiots. Jabip of the week. Again, welcome. This is the second time we're doing this.
second,
RJ, what is your Jabip of the week?
well, not to point fingers, but my Jabip of the week is the person that brought COVID-19 into where I work and compromised every single one of us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Again, you know who you are. And you know what? Even if I had it, I would have still done this. I would have actually worn my mask though.
Hey, everybody.
You could probably still hear me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a loud motherfucker. In the words of Samuel L. Jackson.
Did you say that?
No, but I did.
In the words of RJ Frankie.
Namaste.
So my Jabip of the week is actually two people within 3 minutes of each other.
Oh, wait. Do I know one of them?
No.
Ugh.
So usually like every Friday or Saturday, my mom and I like to go to local stores, either run errands or just to look at stuff because sometimes we get bored. So I'm pulling in because I offered to drive. I'm about to pull into a parking spot and this Prius is backing up, not even
Prius.
looking. And I was like, you're already pissing me off because you're in a lunchbox car and they're not even looking. So I slammed the brake and my mom was like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like, this dude isn't looking. And it turned out to be an older lady, but still look both ways. She pulls out, she does her thing. I decide to get ready to pull into the spot. As I'm pulling into the spot, the lady that was next to her starts backing out, not even looking again. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Like,
my
you can't
God.
make this shit up. And she's looking at me. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you could see, but if you're just listening, she's got her arms up like she's trying to praise the mighty Messiah. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, you were gonna hit me. I was fuming. And my mom's just there, like, oh God, please don't get out of the car. This and that. And I was like, ready to just mix with somebody.
Wait. I'm surprised your mom didn't get up out of the car and be like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's where I got my lead foot from. But I wasn't speeding. I was obeying all laws of
You were
traffic and
speeding.
safety.
Brandon, who are you? You my friend?
Yeah, I have a titanium foot. But back to this lady, she pulls out and finally decides to leave. And as she's leaving, she's literally going, fucking asshole. And I was like, don't even start with me, bitch. I was so tight, dude. I was like
Wow, Brandon.
ready. I went into Kohl's. I got a pair of shoes. I was much more happier.
For all of you that don't know, Brandon has a collection of shoes and hats.
As you can tell, you didn't see this actually, RJ. I got more hats today. And one of them was a nice tribute for RJ with the Akatsuki and ramen.
A Naruto.
Jabip of the week.
By the way, these Jabips, man, these people.
Sometimes you just can't make this shit up.
Well, apparently to the internet, Mr. Potato Head is the Jabip.
Dude, we were like about to talk about it before we started recording. Like, it seems like everything nowadays is being canceled. Like, I could have one fingernail that doesn't grow like the rest. It's like, you're canceled. Like, but before that, there was Dr. Seuss.
Well, wait, Dr. Seuss, the company, the publishing company, deemed some of those books
Yeah.
what they were, which I agree. I mean, I have actually in my bookcase over there, I do have Dr. Seuss books and I have the original ones.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, they are fucked up, but they're historic. It's not like it is what it is. It's different times. It shouldn't be published, but to like kind of demonize it, it's like it's history. How come you people don't demonize Mein Kampf by Hitler? Yo, come on, wake up.
Yeah. And then, well, speaking of Mein Kampf, I was in one of my classes called video production, and this kid based his project.
Why did that book up?
You said it.
Why did that come up?
Mine. Oh, what? Video production?
Yeah, no. Like, why would Mein Kampf be in a video production class?
I'll get into
Oh,
it.
you're getting to it.
So,
Carry on.
fucking asshole. You ruined it. I'm just kidding. So, this kid bases his project around if it's cool to wear the enemy's uniform from World War II. And he asks genuine
Wait,
people. And some of his friends were in the interview. They're like, oh, yeah, I think this is awesome. I think it should be more fantasized and emphasized.
I don't even have words. Look, I watch a lot of World War II documentaries, and there was Brendan. Shut the fuck up.
A year ago to this
Bro-
day, World War II in color at 8 in the morning.
Hey, nobody else was up, but I was bored.
What?
But
Like,
anyway,
watch a game show or something.
game show. What do I look like? 80? I was 100 that day.
Dude, I'm a secret weapon at Wheel of Fortune. You kidding me?
Oh no, I'm Jeopardy is my shit.
What is RJ's a drip?
What was I saying? Getting back to your classmates' uniform thing. You know, they were evil on both sides. Mainly the Axis powers were a lot worse than the Allies for obvious reasons. And they lost. So why would you wear the opposing team's clothing?
You're just
Seriously.
dressing up like a loser.
Well, I could say other things, but I'd probably be in trouble for saying such. So I won't.
But back to hashtag canceled.
Oh,
on Disney Plus.
Canceled.
It's a good one,
I'm
right?
gonna write that down. Okay, continue.
They removed Dumbo and Peter Pan for racism. I saw that the other day, and I texted a couple people, and RJ and I, of course, talked about it.
Naturally.
I just think nowadays we can't have anything from not just your childhood and myself, but even like a generation or two behind us, or even the generation we're in now. When you look back on some of this stuff, it's like, yeah, it was messed up, but it's part of our history.
Yep. I mean, personally, like I don't know if this is speaking from my own experience. When I was a little kid growing up watching these movies, I never like it's a cartoon. I never compared and contrast these characters to real life people. Like obviously, maybe I'm a little different, but obviously for me, I know the difference between what's supposed to be funny and what's serious.
Yeah.
Like look, I get the idea of canceling something to protect marketing. That's all it's for, is the marketing. They want more people to come to see their product or buy their product, whatever. So they're going to try to get rid of the bad and the past bad, or the past, I rather should say. But in reality, it's like it's always going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
It's always going to be there no matter what. And even if you try to get rid of it, then what's the point? Like, then there's a lot of stuff from the past that's literal history that should be removed then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And, you know,
I don't know, man.
To me, it's also going into the food groups, whereas, you know, Aunt Jemima's being changed. I think Uncle Ben's is being changed.
I think Uncle Ben's were changed.
Yeah. So there is ultimately, but if you look at it, Colonel Sanders is still around. The Quaker of Quaker Oats is still around. Some other white people on logos are still around. Like,
Yeah.
those aren't being touched whatsoever. There's no equilibrium. And it's hard.
Yeah, I mean, literally the only pancake stuff I would buy would be Aunt Jemima.
Exactly.
I don't buy anything else. Now the logo, like even from if you're just walking down the aisle in a store and you see something that's familiar, you grab it. Now it's going to be different. So why now am I going to not, I'm going to not notice that product anymore. I'm going to notice something else.
Yep.
So,
Well, to
I
me, it's
mean,
kind of
and
like how they changed from the quote ShopRite brand to Bowl and Basket. I remember when I first saw it and I was like, where's that from?
uh, to be honest with you, that's what I mainly buy is bowl and basket stuff. The
Yeah.
name sounds more appealing. I have to be honest, than the Shoprite brand.
As I'm wearing yellow of ShopRite.
I'm wearing Mr. Sushi Bar and Grills t-shirt. Probably
Oh,
one of the most comfortable tees I've ever bought. That's you, Mr. Sushi. That's you.
if you want to sponsor the
But
podcast and give us sushi, we'd be more than happy.
please do. I used to go there every day during the summer, my junior to senior year. That summer, that like in between, every day, for the most part. I'm not even lying. The owner knew who we were when we walked in. Some other places wouldn't. They wouldn't know who you were. That's you, Crispy Apple.
You know who you are.
Again, you know who you are. Fight us in the comments below. That's the first time I said that today.
And ready for many more.
Oh, just a heads up, yo. We ain't gonna be responding to your really negative stuff. Like, give us feedback, but if it's like literal nasty, horrible stuff, like then don't watch us. Just simple as that.
You have an option.
You have an option to watch other people's stuff and not ours. But if you like our stuff and you're just gonna be mean, fuck you guys.
I'm a little lost right now. Did somebody actually say something in the comments?
I
Is that
don't
why you
believe
said
so.
that?
No, I'm just preparing myself. I'm like a lawyer.
Ah, we were also on
Oh,
TikTok this weekend. That was fun.
Brandon was on TikTok with our stuff. I do not have a TikTok. I don't like TikTok. I don't know why. I just don't. Maybe.
Uncultured swine.
But I have too many platforms as it is. Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook rule my life.
As long as you don't look at the reels, because the reels are just scraping the bottom of the barrel of TikToks.
Yeah. And how are these people making money off of this?
They post like every day and then they get like sponsorships because people now market their content through TikTok. It's pretty intriguing.
You know what, Brandon? I'm going to come out on a limb say this, even if you're going to edit this out. TikTok reminds me of hashtag canceled. Those people that are the celebrities and the stars and the people who are on TikTok that are famous, they always seem to be the one that's saying something. Am I wrong?
Are you talking about like the TikTok influencers?
Yes. And YouTube influencers and Instagram influencers with their stupid little comments. And
I feel like a lot of them are very, not to name anyone in general, I feel like a lot of them are very sheltered in terms of just staying behind their platform and just using that as their voice. When it comes to that, they don't exactly know all the details. They only know what is shown to them through said platforms.
yeah.
As Denzel
I mean,
Washington once said, if you pay attention to the news, you're misinformed. If you don't pay attention to anything at all, you're uninformed.
wow.
Bang,
Damn.
bang.
Well, it's true if you think about it. I mean, I am certainly not sheltered as a human being. I see the world when I go outside and work with people and various people, not just one specific brand of people, all people, everything under the sun I work with and deal with. I have no problem with that. I love it. I love meeting people. I feel like Trump. I love meeting new people,
I love
seeing
new
new
people. I love how
places.
they look. Everything's just so
And
green.
No, Brandon, that was perfect. But what was I saying? I completely lost my train of thought.
You were talking about how you love all people. You think they're all
Oh
great.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go back to sheltered folks. I'm not sheltered. I experienced the world at its fullest. I haven't really traveled, but if you live in New York or New Jersey where you have access to the city, there's the whole world there. Literally go there, walk down the street, you're hearing one of many languages and seeing all different kinds of customs.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
That's the best thing I like about New York and New Jersey is like we are literally a mixing pot of all different kinds of persons. It's
All,
crazy.
literally all.
Like when you get the question of, oh, what's the United States main language? You can't exactly say English because you have different parts of New York, as you've seen, different parts of Jersey, as I've seen, where it's a completely different language. And that's their
Yeah.
part of town.
Yep. For any of you that's never been to New York City, there's different sections in Manhattan, actually in all the boroughs, that literally have distinct what am I looking for? Cultures, I should say. Or I
Mhm.
shouldn't even say cultures, like language, literally, like they have Chinatown,
Dialects.
dialects, you have Chinatown. Um, you have Little Italy, you have Hell's Kitchen. I mean, you have all these kind of different sections of the city itself and the boroughs. Because I was told when I went to school in Brooklyn that the boroughs and Manhattan are different from each other. Manhattan's the city, the boroughs are, whatever you call them. Their names, should say.
Yeah.
But it's a mixing pot. Like if you live in New York, you learn to mix with everyone. It's difficult to never see nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like you're never gonna see something out of the unordinary.
For New York,
At least,
it's a typical Tuesday or Wednesday.
yeah. So that's why some of these people who are influencers, they do they really live in the real world or they live through their platform? Fight me in the comments below.
I mean, from my experience, some of them already live in California. So that's number one. And then they come down here to New York and they're like, wow, this is like so amazing. And then, you'll have one person that's like off camera, just like, move, bitch. But you don't see that. And the sky is falling upstairs.
Oh, but I heard it. I heard it. I'm sure it's your neighbor. He wants the sponsorship. Shout out to Brandon's upstairs neighbor.
We'll give a little take two on upstairs. But it's all good.
Broken English. I can't handle it.
English is hard. Words aren't invented, they are discovered.
Also, I can't speak.
Yes. Everyone through this pandemic has become non-speakable.
I can't spell or speak words.
Now you're just writing without even looking.
It's still okay.
Like, oh, let me hold it upside. You know what's really actually interesting? In one
What?
of my last classes, voice and speech production, we're now learning to articulate our words through medical jargon.
So basically, you can't be from New Jersey, is what you've just said?
Kind of.
Only I get an accent every once in a while.
That's true. My accent only comes out when I'm mad. But we were learning our assignments, and mine has to deal with the term neonatal hyperbilirubinemia. Say that 5 times fast in the comments below.
I don't even know how to spell that. I'm mind fucked right now.
I could spell it out and just put it on screen, but it's
Sir,
it's long.
sir, don't
Pause.
be doing that. Don't be doing that.
I refuse.
Well,
But it's
dude,
intriguing. Like the word vanilla.
vanilla.
This one girl in the class, I won't mention her name because she's actually very nice.
Her name's a Jabip.
Female Jabip.
Oh wait,
But
we can't say that. Jabip means everyone.
yes,
Carry on.
we are very neutral here. But she like just kind of chimed in real quick. She's like, "No, it's not." And the professor goes, "Excuse me?" And she's like, "It's vanilla." I'm sorry, but where the fuck is the E?
Vanilla.
It's the same
Vanilla.
preface as like milk. It's milk, not milk, not mulk.
Well,
Where
I
the
think
fuck did mulk come from?
I think that's an accent thing when people talk fast.
Okay, I could see that. But also pillow. Why pillow?
I've never heard that one. I have to be honest with you. I never heard that one.
Anybody that says vanilla or milk,
Vanilla milk. Get out.
I love this almond milk. It's vanilla flavored. I'm sorry,
Starbucks.
but I'm drop kicking you in the forehead.
It's Starbucks, but I say a lot of things wrong.
Perdogies. Figure that one out in the comments below. Or sprees.
Well, that I'm gonna kill myself with because I'm just an idiot with that.
We all are somewhat jabips that mispronounce things all the time.
No,
What makes
I
us human?
pronounce shit wrong, or I can't understand what some people are saying. Like you're doing that shit, and I'm like, "What? Speak up and don't mumble."
Hey,
Like
buddy, you
at
know where I
work,
can
like
find
at
toothpaste?
work.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, like that shit. So like at work, you get people that talk low and they mumble, and I'm like, "What?" I'm
You should
like,
just grab
"What's your
a
last
megaphone
name?"
next time. Just be like, "Can you repeat what you said, sir?"
Well, my voice does that, and they say it again. I'm like, "How do you spell it?" Like the one person's name, they were like McCullen, but they spelt it different than you would think. I'm like, I can't find that in here. How do you spell it? Didn't go across their heads.
It's M. McCullen. Did that work out for you?
Oh my god, people scare me. People are smart. No, they're not.
Oof.
They're not.
Person is smart. People are stupid.
Thank you for finishing that quote there, Professor.
I can smoke my stogie any way I want.
Boy, this is a pen.
Oh,
Oh, speaking of which, I slowly backing down from that.
really? Congratulations.
I noticed that. Well, I don't really count this week because this week was ridiculous.
Week is null
So
and
it
void.
really, so this I didn't really have time to buy them or go to the store, even look at them, even think about it. There really hasn't been a drive to do it, and I'm really, really happy that I'm pushing that part of my life out. Amen. Okay. What else do you want to talk about this evening, Brandon?
I guess we should just touch up real quick that we will. I know last week we did say how we were going to talk about God complex versus superiority, but because of the culmination that was this week and some of the
Yes.
other things that happened in the world, we wanted to touch up on this stuff because it's fresh and we're still better than most people.
Yeah. I got battle scars.
It's part of our complex.
So yes.
So we will
If
talk
you
about
guys
that
don't
next week.
wait, so if you don't like the redhead now, you're gonna hate him next week.
And he won't care.
And I don't give a fuck. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes it fun. Yo,
try
you
to
need
have
a
fun.
little fun in life. You need a little fun in life. You need to be able to make fun of things.
Yeah, otherwise, what's the point? You're just going to be
Yeah,
like,
everyone's so sensitive these days. Like,
you
I'm
just turn
kidding.
into
Like,
a little quote back from last week. We just transform into Guidos. Yeah, dude. It's shot time. We're not looking for
we're
fun.
going to the beach, man. I don't get it.
You see this tattoo right here? It's Cantonese.
This is a freckle here, if anyone could see.
Some idiot said it meant Mesopotamia, but I've said it means glory.
Poor
what are you
bastard.
gonna do? Jerk off?
That was like a mix between Joyzy, the Joyzy Shore,
Well, Guido's
and
Jersey
Staten
Shore.
Island.
What are you gonna do?
Stupid.
Jerk off? I actually
That is
started calling
Jersey.
people that now.
Oh,
Jabips and jerk offs.
oh no! I have other words for other people
Quackenbush.
that I will not say. No, Quackenbush is more of a fun thing. Like if you're my friend, I'll kid around with that. But if you my enemy, I'm gonna be taking out my earrings, pulling off my cape, and ready to.
Your cape. I could see you with like a whole cloak just.
Oh, Jedi ways all the way, bro. I wish I was a Jedi or a Sith, something where I could use the Force.
A Sith Lord.
Listen, Samuel L. Jackson, sit down and relax.
Not yet.
Yo,
said it.
speaking of Samuel L. Jackson, he really is amazing. That actor. Have to be honest with you.
Hell of a guy.
Literally watched 2 Quentin Tarantino movies not too long ago, and he literally is a chameleon. The way he can act, it's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Y'all gonna cancel him? Because he says some pretty bad shit in some of them.
Probably. Well, people want to cancel Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, he'll literally make a movie about cancellation.
He genuinely doesn't give a shit. Like he makes his films and that's it. Like there's nothing else to it.
He's passionate about what he does. It's his art and his way of making a living, and he loves doing it. And he don't care how he pisses people off because that's how he sees a certain story.
Yeah. And it's very respectable.
And most of his movies that are like in time period pieces, they're accurate. People did talk like that. People did do stuff that they did in that movie, in those movies.
Yeah.
As fucked up as it sounds, it happened.
But you'll have people that'll still say, I don't know. Did he really have to say it that much? It's like,
and we know what word he's talking about.
Exactly.
I personally think Hateful Eight is one of my favorite movies of all time. The way it is shot and presented, and the dialogue. Oh, I love the dialogue. That makes the whole movie for me.
Really, that was a low one for me.
That makes the whole movie for me is the setup for each character, their dialogue into the situation, each situation that they get into, the plot, down to the camera work, obviously shooting on film instead of digital, and the sound and the music. You can't beat it.
So you're saying because I like Hateful Eight and you don't? That's it. Cancel.
Yep. You know what? Bet you that's probably an excuse a lot of these people are using.
Yep.
Let's just throw it out the
Throw
window.
the book. But I think that's pretty good. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I mean, honestly, I'm falling asleep in this chair. I'm not lying.
Oh.
But I was really, really excited that I got to talk today because I wanted to get away from the world of cars for a little bit and come back into fun and media. Brendan, who is that shining star on the back? Oh my God.
Again, I'm glad you're safe. We're going to keep this going. Hopefully.
Oh no, we are.
No interruptions.
No interruptions. This week was TikTok.
Ever. I just had to do it. I'm sorry.
I knew something was going to happen out of it. Something.
Just blast my microphone.
But yeah, I mean, I got nothing else to talk about this week, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so shut the fuck up.
Bro. What?
You know
we in high school?
Yeah. People are getting canceled just for fucking breathing.
I'm crying.
That's high school material.
High school play.
Oh God. That'll be the title of that play. Hashtag canceled. I will start writing it right now.
You know what? Good job, Brandon. Title of play.
Any high schools that are looking to get this done? Or colleges. There is college theater as well. Hit me up. I'll start writing it like
I'm pretty sure
right
the
now.
college would pick this up in high school.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Colleges tell you what you want. They want to think. Fight me in the comments below.
I think it's a wrap for today.
Yes, sir. I agree with you 100%. Please take it away.
So thank you guys for watching. Again, we're sorry for the delay, but life happens sometimes. If you want to check us out on any of our other platforms, we are on 22. Again, 22.
Check in the description below.
Link will be right down below, as well as our channels, my individual channel and RJ's individual channel.
I have nothing on it but one video.
But it's still something. You never know.
Like and subscribe here on this channel. It helps us in every way possible. And see you guys next time. Brandon?
Peace.